if I showed you 5 CNC plasma cutting projects that I've personally made and sold for real profit? If you're looking to step up your plasma cutting game and actually earn money, I've got all of these projects individually packed as ready to cut DXFs and detailed plans on my website so you can hit the ground running. Welcome back, guys. I'm Thyle, and today I'm bringing you something way better than your average DIY CNC plasma cutting video. We're diving into 5 unique CNC plasma cutting projects that have genuinely made me money. These aren't just hypothetical ideas. I've actually cut, sold, and profited from every single one of these. Whether you're looking for a quick selling classic or something uniquely artistic that'll make you stand out, I've got you covered. Now, let's fire up that plasma cutter and jump right in. All right, let's jump right into the classic split letter monogram. I know, everyone's seen these 1,000 times, but there's a reason for that. They keep selling, especially during gift giving seasons. And there's a good reason for that. People absolutely love personalized gifts because it shows thought and care. The best part, customizing these is dead simple. You just swap out the names, tweak the fonts, or adjust the letter spacing. Once you've nailed the initial setup, the cutting and finishing become lightning fast, saving you tons of shop time and money. For an extra edge, offer different finishing types like satin black, hammered black, or rustic patinas, aka raw steel.
Pro tip.
And since you already have an air compressor for your CNC plasma cutter, I would highly recommend getting one of these cheaper spray paint guns and a larger gallon of whatever finish you choose. I was previously doing all of my finish work with rattle cans, and that cost started to add up quite a bit.
Customers love choices, and these slight variations allow you to upsell effortlessly. Now, while these monograms are popular, let me show you something that will truly set you apart and grab attention instantly. Stepping up our game, the Tree of Life. This Tree of Life sign isn't just unique, it's incredibly versatile. You can scale this bad boy up from a modest 12 inches.
Actually, it's undersized.
Oh no, man, that's you!
All the way up to a centerpiece of over 3 feet. Here's my favorite part. Fire painting. I torched the steel to create these stunning blues, yellows, purples, and gold. Charging an extra $20 or even more makes complete sense for this because each one turns out unique. That's right, no two of these are exactly alike. Even though it's just a torch and some propane, customers see this as a high-end artisan craftsmanship, making an upsell easy.
Pro tip.
Offer custom sizings and variations, like inscribing the initials into the tree trunk or maybe even some of the leaves. This can boost its appeal even further. Speaking of vibrant and eye-catching, if you really want to make people stop and stare, check out this next design. Time for something a little bit wild. This wacky sun design originally came from my girlfriend's internet surfing, but I gave it a little twist, just enough to make it ours. We're going to be using thinner steel for this one, around 16 to 20 gauge. What this does is it allows you to bend each ray manually, giving the sign this incredible 3D effect. Now combine this with the colorful fire painting technique, and you have something customers literally can't resist. Want to go something more personalized? Go ahead and add a quirky facial feature into the sun. Go ahead, mess around, get playful, and make it uniquely yours. If you think this was creative, wait till you see what happens when you start stacking your signs. We're going to truly elevate our lineup here, and that's with layered silhouette signs. These designs are an absolute game changer. Imagine wildlife scenes with pine trees, mountains, animals, or a coastal sunset with waves and palm trees. Maybe even some city skylines. Why do these sell? They're viewed as premium. These are artistic pieces, not just standard signs. You can easily justify higher pricing with these. Here's a quick tip. Use small spacers like washers or just another nut. This gives just enough space between the sign to give it a real three-dimensional effect.
And if you're wondering how you actually achieve the layered effect, it's pretty simple. For signs, my design software of choice is Inkscape. As you can see here, I have 3 mounting holes I placed in the backer. And it's important to note I've oversized these holes by about 1/16 of an inch. This is to allow for room and error in the next step. I simply trace over the holes with a marker, line up a bolt, and we have layers.
For your information, there's a lot more to than people think.
Add some nice contrasting paint, and boom, we got ourselves a winner. Now, signs are great, but let's step our game to something that practically sells itself. Because who doesn't love a good fire pit? Now, I'm assuming if you guys have one of these, that you also have a welder. That being said, this steel fire pit is a fantastic addition to your product line, especially since many of you already have a welder available from building your CNC plasma cutter. The design is straightforward, utilizing a few precision cut CNC plasma cut pieces and some square tubing. The welding can be as minimal as you want or go up to extreme cases. For example, this piece, I welded each joint completely on the outside, went back through and finished sand and ground everything. This gives the piece a really professional style look. For durability and drainage, go ahead and add some holes, or you can even cut custom designs into the side. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook Marketplace that have been doing this very successfully.
Pro tip.
If you guys want to get that smooth matte finish, go ahead and pick up yourself some of this Rust-Oleum high heat protective enamel. I always prefer a spray gun, but if you only have a rattle can at your disposal, that'll do.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Now, if you're ready for a real showstopper, something no one expects from a typical sign shop, and when I mean showstopper, I mean it'll stop some things. Here's something I'm still fine tuning, and I ended up making a post about this a while ago. Man, I was getting some roasting done then. I think a lot of people don't really understand what a prototype is, and maybe it's my fault for even showing it to begin with. But nonetheless, let's continue down this path. This is a combo piece with CNC plasma cut sides and wood. So I know this won't appeal to everyone because not everyone has amateur woodworking skills. This design was made so that you don't need a brake press to form these pieces. I utilized a technique where we'll cut out small tabs along the bed line, just enough to where we're able to form this piece over by hand. This technique makes this manageable for even small shops. If you're aiming to differentiate yourself, stepping into a mixed material product, or maybe dabbling into some furniture, this can really differentiate you from your competitors. All right, those were 5 CNC plasma cutting projects that actually sell. Not just cool Pinterest ideas or the usual stuff that you see every day. I've built all of these, sold them, and made real profit. That's why I know you can too. If you got a plasma table, a welder, and maybe a little bit of determination, you can easily make this work for your shop. I've bundled all of these projects up over on my website. Tech files, plans, and everything you need to know to hit the ground running. Whether you're just getting started or looking for a few winners, they're ready to go. So head to thileindustries.com, grab those files, and let's get that torch up and running. Oh, and if you're thinking, these builds are great, but how do I actually sell this stuff? I've got a video that breaks down my CNC plasma cutting strategy for my first 3 months in business. I've been around a little bit longer than that, and my strategy has tweaked a little bit, but this strategy is still where I'm making the majority of my profit today. Go ahead, watch that one next. If you enjoyed the video or feel like you had some value out of that, I'd appreciate a like, a comment, or a subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.